Dennis, how are you today? So this is my entry for the contest of Generalsplatton, where you have to tell your story about how you got into the warhammer hobby. So for me it was maybe it starts when I was 11 or 12 years old. I was living in France, but really next to Switzerland. And one day with my mother we went to shopping or something in Geneva. And we entered a hobby store, and there was a lot of many aircraft models and bikes and cars. At the time it was in 1991, something like that. So at the time you could find a lot of modeling stuff in the main toy stores and stuff. So I got my mother to get me actually a bike, a motorcycle, model, of course, not a real one. So that was my first model that I ever made. And then I got many others. I got like maybe 5 or 6 I made during that time. So yeah, that was the first contact I had with modeling and plastic models and stuff. And I really enjoyed it the first time. It was really great. I actually did a lot of them at the time, because I really enjoyed that hobby. And well, then my father, who's Portuguese, wanted to go back to live in Portugal. So at the time I was like maybe 15 years old, so I had to come with him and my mother, of course, and live here in Portugal, where I study and everything. But here at the time I didn't find any models or anything to make, so I kind of had a pause in my hobby at the time for like maybe almost 10 years, because then when I went to college I studied Japanese, and I went 1 year living in Japan, and there I started with the Gundam models. If you don't know what it is, Gundams are these kind of models, giant robots and stuff. If you know what I mean. That's what I continue with the hobby, and I made a lot of them there in Japan, and I actually brought here. I have them here in a box or something. So yeah, so with the Gundams model I started again in this hobby of modeling, and then I came back after 1 year in Japan. I came back to Portugal, but I really enjoyed Japan and all that stuff, so I wanted to go back to Japan to live. So I found a job and I became a cabin crew and a flight attendant, and in France. I was then living by myself in France, where I continued with the modeling, but in this case I went with the vinyl models. If you don't know what it is, this is R2D2, it's not finished. It's kind of a soft plastic models, and the kind of big size. I did Predators figures and many of Star Wars figures in vinyl models. I did Stormtroopers, and I have actually a lot of them not made yet, so I actually have to start continuing them. And then that's when I decided to come back to Japan, because my girlfriend was there at the time. Now she's here with me, but so I decided to come back to Japan and live there. But things were going really well, so I had to come back again because I lost my job there, and I had to come back. But there in Japan, one day I was in Kyoto, and I was in the main street in Kyoto, and I went into a store that sells Magic the Gathering cards and all the stuff, Yu-Gi-Oh! People can play those kind of card games. And actually in Japan they play a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! And other anime cards. I don't know what the name of that game, but it's kind of Magic the Gathering but with anime characters. And yeah, I went inside to look what they had, and I saw in a little corner I saw in a little corner warhammer stuff, 40k and warhammer fantasy. But really, a few of them, there were like 3 or 4 boxes. They had a 2 Salt and Black Reach box and 1 Goblin Warhammer Fantasies box, you know. And the one I bought was actually the painting starter set from Warhammer 40k with 5 Space Marines. You can see that video on my channel. And yeah, I saw that and I said, okay, I'll buy this and I'll try it, because I always wanted to try Warhammer models, but they were kind of expensive, and they still are. But at the time I didn't have a job when I was a kid, so never got into Warhammer Fantasy nor 40k because of that. But I knew it and I always wanted to try, but you know. So I bought the Space Marine squad painting starter set, and yeah, then as you can see on that video, I started painting it, and I really enjoyed it, and I bought more stuff. And actually everything I buy from Warhammer and these miniature models, I did a video since then on my channel. So that's basically my story on modeling, and I hope you like it. And Generalsplatton, thanks again for the opportunity. It's a great idea, and well, thanks for watching, and see you on my next videos.